Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy Monday. Let me know in the comment section what you are going to be creating this week. We are going with some brand new molds that I've never used before. These are the Giant Skull molds by Let's Resin. All of the details are going to be in the description box below. Of course, I am a Let's Resin affiliate, so that includes your 10% discount link. These are super cool. Now, I have seen these used by many people, but I've just never had a chance to play with them. Let's Resin also sent me this pack of miniature, teeny, tiny little skulls, and I'm going to be using these in an upcoming video, but not today. I just cannot wait to see what they look like. They're perfect kind of keyring size, but yes, not today. Today we are going to be using the Boowannite again from Nicole Mould. It is a 3:1 ratio. So first up, it is like a 300 to 100 gram pour. That's what you saw me do in the last video, but I decided I don't know how much these skulls are going to take, so I actually initially mixed up 600 to 200. So 600 grams powder to 200 liquid, because again, I wasn't sure how much these skulls were actually going to take. I figured if I make too much, I'll just put them into a separate mold. If I don't make enough, I will make more and fill up the molds. So first off, I poured my liquid into the bowl and I added the powder slowly and I began to stir it. Very creamy. This one is so creamy, and what I did forget to mention in the last video is that it's very white. I am used to using Jesmonite, and Jesmonite has a natural, almost kind of calico cream colour, but this Boowannite is definitely way whiter in its natural state before you add colour. So I've poured my mixture into 2 separate cups. I'm going to be doing a combination of black and purple in the first skull. I figured that would be fun because we all love the black and purple. Now, I did not weigh the pigment this time. I just eyeballed it, and if I'm honest, I wish I kind of weighed it. I did end up with more of a darker grey than a black, but it's all good. Into the second pot, we are going to create a purple now. Nicole Mould did send me a set of pigments with the Boowannite, and I got the 5 primary colours. Like, the majority are primary colours. You can mix together to create other shades. So I'm just adding in some of the red and some of the blue to create another purple. And honestly, I absolutely love this stuff. Like I said it in the last video, I've always loved ecos. I'll always say how much I love Jesmonite, and of course we've got all of the other eco pours that are out now where you just add water. This is different. This is definitely different. It is thicker, creamier. It really flows into nooks and crannies as well. Not as thick as Jesmonite, but not as thin as your eco pours where you just add water. So here you see me just going for it because, you know, we can do what we want. I decided to pour both cups together at the same time, almost overlapping each other to create some kind of marble technique. And the best thing about this is you have no idea what you're going to get. It's like Christmas at Demold, and I absolutely love that. So the black and the purple marble skull is now poured. A little bit of a shimmy and a shake, but I'll be honest, I didn't really see any worrying areas on these skull molds where air could get trapped. It just seems like it's a really nice flowing mold, and I didn't have massive concern about air bubbles getting stuck. Now, of course, I had leftovers. I didn't have enough in that mixture, believe it or not, to fill up 2 skulls. So I just used the dregs of the purple to create my splash, and I'm just splashing all over the inside of the mold. Of course, it is quite a runny consistency, not watery, but it does flow. So it is gathering in the top of the skull, like the top of the head, and that's absolutely fine. We'll just kind of play with it and see what we get. Then I went in with some more of the black. I didn't want to pour all of the remaining black in there because I really wanted to create a 3 colour skull just to, you know, have a little bit more fun. But yeah, the remainder of the black went into a pumpkin tea light holder. Believe it or not, did not have enough for the pumpkin tea light holder, so I did end up having to make a little bit more just to fill up the pumpkin tea light holder. Of course, I then had leftovers from that one, so I poured that one into a miniature pumpkin, and finally finally, we have used up all of our Boowannite to fill these moulds up. But the little pumpkins here that you see are also from Let's Resin and Amazon as well. They do them. So yes, I don't know. I zoomed in here, but I don't know if you can see it. I'm not sure it's that clear. But I noticed that there were loads of bubbles popping. Almost like gas. It was very gassy. So it definitely releases its own bubbles, which is good to know, because I said in the previous video with the Jesmonite, it's so thick that you get a lot of surface bubbles and you have to kind of blow them out, whereas you don't have to do this with the Boowannite. And I could then see it was releasing its own bubbles, very much like silicone actually. If you've used silicone, you'll see that. Okay, to fill up the splash skull, we're obviously going with orange. I've used some of the red pigment and again some of the yellow pigment to bring it to the orange I want, and just fishing out the little thing from around the bottle. Yeah, I just mixed it in until I was happy with the orange colour, and it's so vibrant. I will say one thing about the Boowannite pigments. They are seriously pigmented, which is great, right? Because that's what you want from a pigment. You don't need much. Now, most of you know I work mostly with Homeware Design Co. It's some very similar pigments, super pigmented, a little goes a long way, and wow. I absolutely love this one. I'll be honest, I was so tempted to just do a black skull because that's more me. That's more my aesthetic, and I was going to just do a black skull and maybe add some wax to highlight some areas. But I figured, oh, Claire, go outside of your comfort zone a little bit and add some colours together. I love the results. The actual skull mould from Let's Resin was surprisingly easy to demould. I don't know what I was expecting. I think I was expecting a little bit of a fight. But no fight to be had. I fully recommend the mould. It is gorgeous. The results and the finish are beautiful. Super smooth, as we would expect with an eco. No air pockets at all. Like, it was so cool. I couldn't believe how deep the eyes were as well on this one. But yeah, really, really love the results. And now these were the unexpected additions to the project because I had leftover Boowannite, because who has time for maths and not me? And love it. Again, love it. And you can really see here how it's more of a dark grey that I created and not a black. Now you will notice that the bottoms of each and every one of these pieces have been splashed with the orange. I had a massive shake when it came to the orange. I was stirring it so hard it splashed everywhere. So yes, the bottoms of these will just need a really little light sand before they are ready to be used as decor. You can put a cork base on the bottom or rubber dots. Now, this is the one that is really out of my comfort zone. It was hot as well. I demolded it so quickly. It was super hot, and you just saw me drop it there because I was not expecting the heat. I mean, we all know this stuff heats up, but I just demolded it and didn't think, did I? Just grabbed it. But I love it. I absolutely love it. Again, I've said it in previous videos, like, the bright orange is not an aesthetic that I usually go with for Halloween. It's just too kind of cutesy wootsy, if you like. I do prefer the darker colours like the blacks and the purples, but I still think it's a super fun one. I think it would still look great as, you know, Halloween home decor. Now, I did notice a couple of differences with these skulls because of the way I poured them. The purple and the black I poured together at the same time. This one, you can see the holes. You can see holes all around the teeth. And that is because I did the splash technique. I waited for that to dry. Then I filled it up with orange. And the orange, I guess, couldn't quite work its way around all of the cured splashes. And that is going to give you air pockets no matter what you use. And of course, I didn't want to shake it too hard because I didn't want to dislodge the dried areas. So there are definitely differences, but I think they're super fun, and I'm really surprised at how much I like the orange one, because that is not me at all in any shape or form. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and all the details you will need for those skull molds will be in the description box below, alongside your Boowannite from Nicole Mould as well. I'm really enjoying using it, guys. I really am. But yes, I am not affiliated with Nicole Mould. I do not commission. I was sent the product to try out and I'm genuinely loving it. So I do not earn anything if you decide to go ahead and buy some and try it yourself. It doesn't benefit me directly, so I just wanted you to know that as well, just in case. A lot of people are always thinking like, oh, of course she's gonna say it's amazing because she earns from it, but genuinely I don't. Nicole Mould just sent me the stuff to try out and I genuinely love it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed and I will see you in the next video. Bye.